forgot just how heavy these piles are. Let's carry on. Last video here, guys, so then I'll edit everything together for you. Fast and the Furious 8. I did have Hobbs and Shaw, but I got an offer for it and I couldn't say no. I will get it back at some point. Then we have Fast and Furious 7, which is my favourite one. Definitely my favourite one. We have 6. We have 5. Then a 4, 3, 2, 1. Never understand why they did it that way, but there you go. Expendables 2. I had the third one, but again, it was going for such a good price. I think I turned that into like 9 films. But of course, I still got the original. Next, we have Exodus: Gods and Kings. I used to have this in 3D, but I just have it normal and Steelbook now. I think I might have it 4K as well, actually. Escape Plan. Original's good. Sequel sucks. Third one stinks worse than a dead body. Elysium. I think a lot of this is showing people's true colours, with all the rich getting their jabs about staying in queues and stuff. Money buys you anything, and corrupt bastards. The only disappointing thing about Eagle Eye is once you've watched it, you don't need to watch it again, because the big surprise, as it were, isn't worth watching again. But it is a good film. Shia LaBeouf's a tit, but it is a good film. And I still haven't opened this one. I think this is from Denmark, I think. E.T. How can you not have E.T. in your collection? You're a sick fucker if you don't. But wow, what a film this is. I really want this in 4K. Awesome film. You actually feel sad for some of the aliens in it. It's weird. While I was compiling this, I got to the conclusion that I got 2 Die Hard 5s. So, tune in this Friday because it's going to be an extra gift for somebody. And while rummaging around, I found the Italian version of the Die Hard 30th Anniversary Edition, just the first one. I have owned the 5-disc version before, but sold it on. Don't want to sell this one. Devil's Double Steelbook. I mean, look at that, all goldy and bullets and shit. Very cool. I have the trilogy of this, but of course if you get the first one, extended version with Jason Statham. Going to do that all day long. I can't wait for, I mean, you're talking a couple of years, but I can't wait for the third one of Deadpool. But I only have Deadpool 2 as a Steelbook. The first one still holds a very good price. And I don't know why people hate on this film so much. I own it normal, I own it 4K, and I own it Steelbook, Dark Tower. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, ain't the best either. It's not exactly Shakespeare, you know what I mean? The one treasure I have found in the cash converters, and online as well, like £2.50. Dark Shadows. Under the radar type of film, this one. I highly recommend. You'll love a minute. And of course, who is not going to have Dark Knight Rises and the Dark Knight Steelbooks in your collection if you can manage it, of course. Hold on. Where's he gone? There he is. I knew I made that mistake earlier. I have owned Cars 3 Steelbook. This is 3D and the price has gone up on it. So again, sold it to make more films. But I still have the original 2. And of course, as soon as I can get it back, I will. Another film, and Tom Hiddleston, that went on under a lot of people's radar. Crimson Peak. It surprised me. It really did. It's a good film. My missus enjoyed it. She really did. The one film that why wasn't it released here? Why? The second one goes for 50p all over the fucking show. Crank. And I've got it as a Steelbook from Germany. You're gonna have to come burgle me if you want that one. You can try it. Coriolanus. I've heard good things, but still haven't got around to watching it. But when I can pick it up as a Steelbook cheap as shit, I'm gonna. I haven't even watched this, but I own it normal, 4K and Steelbook Concussion. It's just the fact that I'm a Will Smith fan, but obviously I think there's a few issues with that film. Another recent one, the 4K version of Coming to America as a Steelbook. Oh yes, so happy to have that one in the collection. Little story with the next one. About 5 weeks before this was due out in the UK, I was looking on Amazon and there it was, lowly all by itself, and it said £7. I'm like, fuck it off, it's not even out yet. So I delved a bit deeper. It was American, so I knew it just come out in America, and I'm thinking, why is it £7? Okay, I'll take a chance. And I figured, yeah, oh god, it's going to be region 1 locked, I'll be buggered, and oh god, nope. It says region 1 locked, but it ain't. It works, and I got this for £7 a month before it was released here. One of my favourite colourful Steelbooks. Chicken Little. Oh, I love the artwork on that. Cool film and all. Yes, I may be 45, but I'm a child at heart, what can I say? I really want to watch this series. I think the missus will want to watch this at some point. Oh, and if you hear a voice go, ain't you missus? It's this her being bitchy. Chernobyl. Steelbook. Awesome series. Won loads of awards. Totally deserved it. Just shows you how fucked up everything was. Chappie. Love the artwork. Very cool. Good film. Very good film. You're not in charge now. I'm in charge of the sheep. Who gives a fuck? It's alright, but yeah, doesn't sit too well with me, that one. Born Legacy. Because obviously I sold off the other ones, I need to get them back because I thought, no, I've just got him sitting there loaded doing nothing. Another recent pickup was Blood Out. Luke Goss, Vinnie Jones and Val Kilmer and 50 Cent. Not exactly A-class casting there, but nice violent one. Blades of the Immortal. I just like the fact that all of the deaths are marked on the back as well. But very cool artwork. A very good Ewan McGregor film. What can I say? Big Fish. Very weird, but good. Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Haven't even opened this one. I have it in multiple versions, so, but a very cool film nonetheless. Almost there, guys. You still awake? The Bay. One thing my other half does not like is found footage films, because they make her feel sick where they rock around so much. So she refuses to watch this. I've yet to get through the whole thing, but I will do. I own this normal, I own this Steelbook, and I own it 4K. And why the hell not? Good old blasting, that is a good film battleship. Very, very urban fighting, caught very well. What can I say? Cool film, Battle Los Angeles. Has a very District 9-esque feel to it as well. Bad Grandpa. He gets his bollocks caught in a vending machine, for fuck's sake. Need I say more? This is one of two versions. The other version is the orange styling to it, you know, like the original posters, but I can't find that one anywhere. Tell a lie, I found it once in a cash money place in Shirley, and it literally looked like somebody wiped their ass of it, and I ain't joking. To the point where it looked like there was brown in the corner on the inside. I mean, fucking hell. Wash my hands after that. But Bad Boys, classic. Obviously, this is Pride and Joy time. Yeah. Back to the Future. Steelbooks. Not that happy with the quality of the 4K on these, I have to say it. I've only watched the first one so far. We'll get to the second one at some point, but they could have done a bit better in my opinion. And who's not going to have a bit of Avengers and Steelbook in your collection? Why haven't you? Same with that. Avatar. Sequel's coming, guys. Probably the end of next year, the way he's going, but it's coming. And I'll tell you, James Cameron, if you're watching, I'll be fucking surprised, but if you're watching, nobody's going to go see Avatar 2 unless you put True Lies and The Abyss out on fucking 4K as soon as possible. Yes, that is a threat. I Attack the Block. Wicked film. John Boyega. Highly recommend. Very, 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 very well done film, that. Atomic Blonde. In my opinion, most of the good bits are in the advert, which annoys me. Fighting's very visceral, but don't put all your good bits in an advert. That just shows that you think your film's shit. I own a special thick edition that I got at the pound shop of this. I own it normal. I couldn't believe it when I found it in Steelbook, and it's the extended cut as well of Argo. Good film. This is another one of those films where I have a sickness. I have it normal, I have it 3D, I have it 4K, and I have it Steelbook. Angry Birds. And it's just a matter of time before I pick up the sequel the same. I enjoyed this trilogy. I want to get all three of them in Steelbook at some point, but Angels and Demons, pop art Steelbook. I'm a big fan of these films. Anchorman 1 and 2, I just love them. Brilliant. Same thing with these ones. I do like the original two, but I'm more of a fan of the later ones. Oh, there's Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then we've got Amazing Spider-Man, and that's Lenticular. Very much looking forward to the new, with all three of them in. It's like multiversing going on in it, but you got at least a 2 year wait for that one, if not more. And as I mentioned earlier, we have American Pie. I just love the artwork on this one. Again, never opened it because I do own them all normal anyway. Keep that one safe is all I can say. I want to pick up the first one in Steelbook, but just never had a chance. Alice Through the Looking Glass, picked that up from Australia. Very cool. And we go from very cool to, oh dear, After Earth. I got it for the artwork more than anything, but as a film, it leaves a lot to be desired. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth, really. Another one of those cheapies is Adjustment Bureau. Bit complicated, but worth watching. Has to be said, it's worth watching. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I did have the 3D Steelbook of this as well, but where I sold all my 3Ds off, and the vast majority, I ain't got it anymore. There are two versions of this next one, and every time I find someone that says it has it in stock, I go in there and it's this one, not the one I want. But 10,000 BC, there is a different version of it. It's more white. I'll find it someday. As we all know, recent pickup of this one in 4K. I wish they did a 4K Steelbook, but 2012. I just love that film. Very dystopian one here. 9. If you haven't watched this, go for it. It's good. Simple as that. I own this normal 3D and 4K and Steelbook. And in case you're not sure what it is, it's the Fifth Wave. Another one of those. I mean, the only reason you know it's Fifth Wave because it says it there. There's nothing else that says anything decent. And last, and not least, and thank you for sticking with me. What did I say about Denzel Washington? Anything he's in is good. 2 Guns. Highly recommend that one. Right. Again, thank you for staying with that one. Apologies for the lateness of this actually coming out. I promised it first thing Saturday, but I had a nightmare with the codecs on my mobile phone. Nothing was sticking in the editing software. It was a nightmare. So this will be done in the traditional style for my entire collection. Oh, until I can find a better camera. Oh yeah. And look at all the ones we've got to go through. It's going to be fun. So we're going to be starting with the numbers on my next video, along with that there was all my oversize. So I'm doing oversize and numbers. Tune in as soon as you can. And of course, do not miss Monday because there's lots of announcements coming. We've had a nice little sprinkle of lots of decent pre-orders and upgrades and 4Ks that are coming out. And of course you want to know what's coming out. Later today will be the American, German and French releases as well on my Facebook page, so look out for that. That'll be up before, probably before about 9 o'clock. Take care guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.